Hello everyone. Today we'll be trying to solve this position. It is white to move and win, so you can pause the video and think on your own before we dive into this. Alright, so some of you might be wondering, how is this even winning? We only have a bishop and a knight. Well, yes, bishop and the knight are sufficient enough to checkmate the enemy king. But in order to checkmate the enemy king, we have to make sure there is no counterplay. And black has a counterplay, which is this move, this pawn on a4, wanting to push to play a3, a2, and then try to promote. So we have to remove this pawn, or we have to stop the pawn from promoting. Then we reach an endgame where it is winning, but you just have to know exactly how to checkmate with the knight and bishop. Okay, let's get into this. Now, some of you might say, well, the knight is very far away from the enemy king, and we need to checkmate, so we need to get the knight in. But if we did this, then this is too slow. It allows black to play this move a3, a3. We try to get the knight in some magical way, but then this move a2, and it's going to promote in the next move. And it doesn't matter if we play knight g3, sorry, knight b3, or bishop takes, the same thing. It's going to be insufficient material, and that will end up in a draw. So it's not that. Some of you might say, well, we can play a check first, and then, we don't know, maybe then we can play knight here, knight here. Well, the problem with this check, it allows king b2, and as you can see, the king is controlling these squares. It is a red carpet for the pawn to promote, and we have to sack the bishop for it. Like bishop here, there, and whenever he goes here, we have to play bishop takes and king takes. So it's not a bishop move, it is not a knight move. So it's definitely a king move. We have to get the king closer, and now we're controlling more squares, important squares in front of the enemy king. Now black will play this move a3, and if we allowed black to play this move a2, this is completely a draw. Right. So what do we have to do now? We have to make a forcing move, and one of the most forcing moves is a check. Bishop to f5 check, and now it depends on what black does. There are king c1, king a1, king a2. King c1, it is bad because we can play king b3, we win the pawn, and that's a winning endgame. You just have to know how to checkmate with these two pieces. If black went to a2, then this is a faster way to get the checkmate. We play a move like knight e6, where now we can get the knight in. Why? Because we have time. The enemy king is in front of his pawn, so it's going to take him time in order to push it. So black will play king a1, we play this move knight d4, and if black pushed this pawn and played a2, then knight b3, it is checkmate, as you can see. And after this move knight d4, if black did not push the pawn and played king a2, then a very cool move here, it is to play just king c2. And the idea behind king c2 that we're taking control of these squares, black has to go back, and now we play bishop to e6. As you can see, the bishop is controlling the a2 square, and the king is controlling the b2 and b1 squares. So forcing black to play a2, and then knight b3 would be a faster checkmate. So that's why after this check, black will play king a1. And now this is going to get very tricky here to understand. What do we want here? We want to get the knight, because look, with the bishop and the king, this cannot be a checkmate. We have to use the knight, the bishop, and the king all together to get some kind of a checkmate, or we manage to win this pawn. That's the only way. So we need this knight to get involved. But if we play, for example, now knight e6 or knight anything, then black will play this move a2, and as you can see, black cannot move. Black cannot move. And so we play a move like, it doesn't matter. If we move the bishop, now this is bad, because black will go here, and will try to promote. Therefore, the bishop has to stay there, and then any move would be a stalemate. Right? So after bishop to f5 check, king to a1, and we don't get the knight in right away. We have to play this only move, and that is bishop h7. Bishop to h7, it is very complicated, but I'm going to try to explain why. See, this move, it's kind of a trap. It tells black, yeah, you can play this move a2 and think this would be a stalemate, because the king controls this one, and the bishop controls this square. So black thinks that this is going to be a stalemate, but then we can play this move knight to g3, knight to g6. The idea behind this move, we're blocking our own bishop from protecting the b1 square, therefore allowing black to move the king away, and now the bishop is looking at the king, so black does not have time to play, to promote the pawn. So we play knight to e5 check. If black Now, if black has too many options, like king c1, king a1, king c1, we play this move knight d3 check, right? And if black went here, then obviously we just have king b2, we're stopping the pawn. And after we take this pawn, this knight is already protected. Then you just have to win with the checkmate. But if knight to d3 check, king b1, now we play this move, a very cool move, which is knight c5. Knight to c5 check, if black went here to a1, then as you can see, this would be knight to b3 checkmate. And if black went here, well, the same thing, kind of. We play knight b3 check, king the king away, and get the king close, stop the pawn, and that would also be winning. It's a little bit tricky, but we needed to spot this move bishop all the way to h7 in order to block the bishop, allow black to move a little bit, and get the knight in the right time to play the check, which is completely insane. Now, I know that solving these puzzles is great, but the real goal is to stop making blunders in your own games. If you're tired of the feeling that I can't believe that I just did this, or I just hang my piece or something, which happens quite a lot at the beginner intermediate level, I created a free community called the No Blunders Club. It's where we work together to eliminate those careless mistakes. I'll be personally analyzing your games and sharing daily drills. If you're interested in joining a community of members going through the same struggle as you and improving together, then join the free community. It is in the description below. Thank you for watching.